Hey guys, Mark from We Travel Alone. This morning out in the car, just going to follow Rebecca on the scooter because we're going for our scooter licenses in about 5 weeks time. So we're going to do a little bit of practice today just to make sure, because we don't actually get out too much on the scooter, so it's time to do a bit of practice before we get our license. Because last time we went, our instructor, he said make sure you do a little bit more riding, and I do a little bit of riding on the scooter. I go back and forth to work on it and things like that, but Rebecca really doesn't ride it much, so I'm going to follow her here in the car. Let's catch up with her and see what she's doing. So here we are, out cruising around. Rebecca's out cutting some laps. I know the yellow vests are good for safety, but it'll be good to be able to take it off once we get our P plates. Rebecca's actually quite a nervous driver when it comes to the scooter. She's not overly keen on it. It's more something that I wanted to do, so when we go to Bali and places like that in the future, we can grab a scooter and go and explore a little bit further. And you must have an Australian license if you want to be covered by insurance, and that was the main thing. Don't want to end up being one of them people on making a GoFundMe page or something like that in order to pay for our medical expenses and things like that. We actually go for our motorbike provisional licence on the 8th of March on a Saturday afternoon, one after another. So we'll have our instructor Ian, and what he will do is he will take us from the motorbike school where we go, and we'll go out onto the Princes Highway at Fulham in Gippsland where we live, and we will drive into Sale, which is a town nearby, and we'll do a couple of laps around there, generally stopping, starting, stop signs, road rules, that sort of thing, and then we'll head back to where the motorbike school is at Fulham, and we'll either pass or we'll have to go and do it again. So let's just hope that we pass and we'll done.
Okay, I got it in the backyard, and I got it up on its stand all by myself, but it's in the middle of the backyard and you'll have to move it.
Well, this is the first, because it's the first time Rebecca's actually been able to put it up there, because in all honesty it is a little bit heavy for a young lady such as my wife.
Oh, you might want to calm down.
So along with getting our motorbike licence, what did we recently do?
Bought our first ever brand new car.
Yep, at 51 I bought my first brand new car, and Rebecca at
45. I'm 45. I was 45 when we got
her new car. Now we're 46, so
and you shouldn't ask a lady her age. What are you doing?
So we're down at Mafra Car Wash, and we're going to take it through the automatic car wash.
But why are we taking it through the automatic car wash?
Because we're a little bit lazy.
No, excuse me.
Because I'm possibly a little bit lazy and I don't really want to wash it at home, so we've come down to take it through the automatic car wash. So our Haval Jolyon, that's what model it is, made by Great Wall Motors in China, stays nice and clean, polished, and ready to take us on adventures whenever we want to go.
And it needs a vacuum.
And it needs a vacuum as well, so let's get it done. Okay, let's see what sort of wash $20 buys us here in Australia in the automatic car wash. I guess $20 not a lot to pay for a really good wash when you've spent $25,000, $30,000 on a car, really, is it?
Not really.
And we had to take it and get its first service yesterday. Well, not a service. Hub will do a 1,000 kilometre check on the car to make sure it's all right. So we've actually done 2,000 kilometres, so we're a little bit late in getting it there. But we had to pick up some free mats too that were part of the deal when we bought the car. So let's look after it. Indoor muff cleaner.
Indoor muff cleaner. Oh, whoops, whoops.
Oh, now I got some
Stop it, Mark. Use your hands.
for the muff cleaner.
To help you wash.
Okay. So Tank now looks all nice and clean. We call him Tank, but he's not that big of a car. But for us, he's a big car because we used to have 2 little Hyundais and they were small. So driving this car feels like we're in a tank. Good morning from Australia on Australia Day. It's 26th of January today. And in line with being Australian, it's going to be 39 degrees here. So, as you may know from our earlier videos, our oldest daughter Willow, she lives in China. She's actually coming home for 2 weeks in the next couple of weeks. It's strange, I'm saying she's coming home for 2 weeks in 2 weeks, but that's what's happening. Big news on her front. She went over there on a cultural exchange to stay with some friends of ours, but she's decided that she wants to go and further her education and studies in China, which is really good, and we're glad that she's got some sort of direction now. So first of all, she's got to go and enroll in a course in order to learn to speak Chinese, read Chinese and write Chinese, and then if she succeeds at that, it's a 12-month course. She can then enroll in a university course over there to do whatever she wants. She wanted to go to university here and she deferred it for a year to go over to China and experience the culture of what she wanted to do over there. So one of the big benefits, I guess, of going to school in China over Australia is the cost. The cost is way less to do it in China than it is in Australia. So in that retrospect, it's a great decision. So a few of you may be wondering, or may not even be wondering, what's going on with the digital nomad plan at the moment. At this stage, pretty much nothing. We came to the decision early on, or in the middle of last year, when our daughter didn't want to take a year off school and go, that we would be stuck at home or in our hometown doing our 9-to-5 jobs until at least 2027, and still then that will possibly dependent on whether we can grow our income back to a sustainable level on our websites and YouTube and such. And if not, then we will still probably take off for a year, because I have long service leave built up with my employer that I can take at half pay while we're away, which would mean I could stretch it out to over 12 months worth of leave and then come back to my job. Obviously that's not the preference. The preference is to go and be making enough money to be sustainable until we decide not to. So, but at this stage that's not happening. But look, hey, we've still got 2 years to get that happening. Sorry if the camera's bouncing a bit. Got it in the cradle in the car. So that's what's going on with that. So that's a little bit of a video update about the motorbike, the new car, the fact that it was really hot yesterday in Mafra, and then this morning I had to get up and put a jumper on because it was cold. So it went from like 38 to about 18, so halved in temperature. So that was, yeah, interesting, but it's now, again, it's pretty warm. But so yeah, so that's our update for the video for now. I will make another YouTube video in the next few weeks and get back to you again. If you've got time, call on to the We Travel Alone Facebook page. That would be great. Go onto the website. Got some new articles on there about China and different things like that. So any support would be fantastic. Like, share, comment would all be appreciated. For now, bye.